If she is a Russian agent, then wow, the Russians do a bang-up job of training their sleepers. To my mailbox. Every time you guys send something in, I get an email. So I got an email and I have mail in my box. I'm gonna go grab it. I wonder what's in this. I got a letter and a package, but I'm not going to open it until I get home. Time to go. Crap here at this Radio Shack. They gave me like a garbage bag. It's not really a garbage bag, it's just a massive bag to carry all the crap. It kind of sucks that Radio Shack everywhere is going out of business because they sell robotics and components, so I bought little robot kits, but I need components once a year, if that. You know, like transistors or whatever. Like almost never need that stuff. Maybe if me and my friends are working on some drones or something, but it's too rare, unfortunately. So, bye-bye Radio Shack. This is my Radio Shack garbage bag. So Radio Shack's going out of business. That sucks, but I was able to get a bunch of stuff. But the most important thing is packages. Packages, and someone sent me a letter. Also at Radio Shack I bought like a tiny drone. It is a thank you letter. Thank you whoever sent it. I seriously appreciate it. Someone just saying that my work is important and this words of encouragement. It's a GoPro. It's a GoPro 5. So this was sent to me because back in November I bought the GoPro Karma drone and it was defective. And they said, if you returned the defective drone, we will send you a free GoPro Hero 5. That's great. That was back in November. Took me a long time to return it. Returned it officially, I think like a couple months ago. And now finally got the GoPro 5 near the end of May. Well, look, it's a free GoPro. I can't complain, I guess, so I'll take it. But you know what I want to talk about today is that I've had a few friends that are repeatedly called Russian spies, Russian agents, accused of working for the Russians. Julian Assange has been accused of working with the Russians now. I mean, Trump has for a while now, they're saying Trump has been colluding with the Russians. I'm not going to name some of my friends who have been accused because they're not entirely public figures, but people are digging their names up. But Cassandra Fairbanks is a friend of mine, and she's been accused of being a Russian spy by Louise Mensch. There's a couple other people that are going absolutely insane on Twitter, accusing everybody of being Russians. You know, it's like they're wearing glasses, and when they look through them, all they can see are Soviet flags everywhere. It is my firm belief, well beyond a reasonable doubt, I honestly believe greater than 100%. Cassandra is not a Russian agent. I've known Cassandra for years. I've known her long before there was even a Trump campaign. I've known her since she was out protesting in the streets against police brutality. I hung out with her in LA when she did the Dancing Man thing, and if she is a Russian agent, then wow, the Russians do a bang-up job of training their sleepers or whatever, because it has been undetectable. Yeah. And as for my other friends, there's some people that I've known for like 10 years, like a really long time, and because they do some political work, and I'll say this, Again, I don't want to name some of these people because they're not necessarily public figures. Their names are they're just sort of being dragged into the spotlight. But I have some friends who do political work, who have done political work with the Obama administration and have done political work with the Trump administration, but not officially supporting the Trump campaign. And they're still being accused of being Russian agents simply for providing a commercial service. These people on Twitter, like Louise Mensch, and there's this other woman, Carol something from The Guardian, are fervent. They're just tweeting these things as if it's a fact, but in reality, these are conspiracy theories. The mainstream news organizations, CNN, The Guardian, The New York Times, in my opinion, have been going a little bit overboard on their anonymous sourcing, okay? They use a lot of anonymous sources in their stories, and if you want to trust them, you're entitled to do so. Me, I'm a little bit more skeptical, right? When I do reporting, take for instance the drug dealer thing I did in Athens. I was in Athens, Greece. I met a man who claimed to be a refugee who was selling drugs. And he showed me he was selling drugs. Several people on the ground said they knew him and that this is where he was from, and it corroborated his story. He also was very visibly, it was very likely he was a refugee. And then I said, okay, this guy claims to be a refugee. I couldn't show his face, I only filmed his feet, but you can hear him speak, you can see him show me the drugs, and here's what he had to say. Now, the verification of this guy and who he is and where he came from is not 100%. But at least you get to see why I think it is likely that this person really was a refugee selling drugs. Take, for instance, my interview in Sweden. It was a man, the psychologist interview. He's totally blurred. You can't see his face. You can hear his voice. It's distorted. But you can hear what he has to say, so you know there's a real person there saying real things. And if you trust me, I checked this person's credentials and then actually show you the person, right? You can't see their face, but you know there's a human being here, and I'm in a location where I'm interviewing someone telling me this thing. I don't like doing that. I really don't. But I won't use an anonymous source without some kind of proof that there actually is a source, right? If you trust these journalists from the New York Times, and you're entitled to, by all means, for me, the degree of proof, the burden of proof is much higher. And so, again, I regret having to blur people's faces and not actually show more information about them. But I think a lot of people are getting really carried away with the conspiracy theories. As it pertains to the Trump-Russia stuff, there's an investigation. And in fact, it's a probe, whatever you want to call it. People are looking into this. Officially, there's nothing. There's nothing here yet, right? There's just little things that are interesting that are coincidences that lead some people to believe this may be the case. But we don't know for sure yet, so I strongly advise the internet sleuths to stop accusing people of working for the Russians unless you can prove it, because it makes you sound pretty crazy. Especially when I'm sitting here with some of the people who are accused of being Russians and I'm like, yeah, this person's not a Russian. It's just weird. You know how weird it is to be like sitting in my living room and then I see like a tweet from some like journalist, like someone's gone on TV and said, one of my friends is a Russian spy? Could you imagine how crazy this is? What the hell is even going on anymore? I have no idea. People, everybody, calm down a little bit. Just calm down a little bit. By all means, keep investigating. By all means, believe what you feel like you need to believe, but I'm just asking that you get a little bit more proof before you do it. All right? Thanks for watching the video. I hope this helps you be a little more skeptical in the future, but if not, it is what it is. Comment below, let me know what you think. Subscribe for new videos every day at 6 p.m. I will be in New York for a little bit because some people will be coming into town and we're going to coordinate the next big trip, which I keep talking about, but before I can't announce anything until I have some more conversations. So just know that there is something in the works. There is something coming. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Timcast. I'll see y'all tomorrow, I guess.